Hey, hey, hey! Welcome to Fuse Live! No, I am not Robert, but I am Ashley, Dustin's wife. You may remember me from a few weeks ago when I did a terrible job guessing if you would stay or go. And now I'm back. Poor Robert is under the weather. Robert, we love you, man. We're praying for you. Can't wait to see you next week. In the meantime...
We mostly just hope that you don't have COVID because we've all been around you. That's really... So please, please get better.
He's good. We know you're good, Robert. We know you're good. Anyway, allow me to introduce this man right here. You may remember last week a very hairy version of Dustin. And last week he had to spin the Wheel of Consequences. If you remember, Pastor Don and Donna were here, played a game. We're great sports. We're amazing. We were so happy to have you guys. However, when they spun the Wheel of Consequences, Dustin got to take it on. And it was thrown out there that I designed the second Wheel of Consequences to get rid of some of the fur that had taken over. That is not true. I thought it was a little fluffy.
I'm not an animal.
But let's just say I didn't cry about your consequence.
Yeah, well.
And so he had to shave it off. And
true.
So here we are. Babyface Staples in the house.
It's true. I feel like all the lights are like reflecting off of my face now.
I've got a glare right here.
Yeah. Well, it's good to be with you guys tonight. Thank you guys for joining us on the live stream. As a matter of fact, if you would like to physically be on the live stream and actually join us here on the stage, you can do that. You can text JOIN to 336-444-6441. And we would love to have you be a part of the games we're doing, or interview you, or do some other kind of fun thing with you, do a game or segment or whatever. And like we will even let you spin the Wheel of Consequences. I mean, we are that nice.
Wow.
Wow. Actually, if you really want to be on the show but you don't want to do that, and that is what's keeping you from signing up, we won't even make you do it. So you can just sign up to be part of the live stream. We'd love to have you guys. We are excited about what we've got going on tonight. We've got some worship from your peers. We've got one of our senior guys, small group leaders. Will is going to be speaking tonight, which is awesome. We're excited to hear him. And then we've got Emily and Jennifer, who are our sophomore girls, two of our sophomore girls small group leaders who co-lead a small group. They're going to be coming up in a little bit to play a game with us. So if you are in their small group, make sure you stick around. And make sure you let us know in the chat and engage in that and cheer for them, cheer them on. And so we're excited about that. And I have to say, before we move on, I have to say that my co-host this evening is infinitely better looking than my co-host was last week. I'm just saying. No offense, Robert. A little biased, but I'm just gonna throw that out there. But
we do miss you, Robert.
Yeah, we do miss you. It's true. It's true. So next time you can sit over there somewhere and yeah. So what do we got? What's up next?
All right. Well, I am going to verify real quick here that I'm using Robert's cue cards. And last week, I know in the chat I maybe accused him of ad-libbing a little bit, but they are real, and I'm going to tell you what is next via said cue cards. So we've got a new segment for you this evening. We are going to kick it off. It is called Nailed It or Failed It. Those are great sound effects.
Yes.
Wow.
Awesome.
All right, you see that right there, ladies and gentlemen. It is Pool Party Edition. That's right, Pool Party Edition. All right, so here's how it's gonna work. We are going to play a little bit of a video for you here, and at just the right moment where we are going to see if something epic happens, epic, fail, or awesome, we're going to see if we're going to wait, we're going to pause before it happens, and we are going to have you message in to the chat and decide, did they nail it or did they fail it? So you're going to type in nailed it, failed it, we're going to see together, we're going to see if we can guess how it's gone down, and then we're going to kick it back over to PJ. He's going to play the rest of the video, and we will see just how awesome it has turned out.
Or not.
Or not.
Yeah.
Or not. good chance.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. So here's our first segment, first video. Pool party edition. Nailed it or failed it.
High jump into the pool, and
This
high
guy
jump
does a
that I
lot
learned
of
was
explanation.
You kick the leg up.
You kick the leg up. That is the key.
flopping into
Is
the
that
pool.
a
So that's what we're
flip?
gonna try to do.
You got to kick the leg up. I mean, he's ready. His shirt was already unbuttoned.
Here we go.
He was official.
Not sure why I
Like
even started.
a
with it.
button-down shirt.
All right, here
with
he
his
comes.
trunks
Got to kick that leg up.
3,
and the
2,
flip.
1.
This guy's.
Oh my god.
There's not a chance.
Not a chance. No.
Audience,
Oh,
what do
okay,
you
what do you
think?
guys? What do you think?
Anybody out there have an opinion?
I've got opinions.
Put it in the chat. Students, put it in the chat. We've got our people hanging out with us tonight, though, kind of hiding behind the camera. What do you guys think? Anybody? Failed? A lot of
failed
thumbs
it.
down, a lot of
If
failed.
nothing else, he failed it with that button-up shirt and trunks combo.
Just the
Can we
explanation.
just
You
just
gotta
address
kick the
that
leg,
first?
You got to kick the leg up.
He
Like,
didn't.
that's-
Yeah. And then this looks like a boost. So he's not getting a
I don't
boost. It's not happening.
And he came in at a bad angle, too. What do we got in the chat? Anything? Any opinions?
Oh yeah, they're all saying failed it.
Failed it? Everybody's saying failed it. Let's see what happens.
2, 1.
Yeah. I mean, the leg made it over. The
but
kick.
not the second one. Like,
Oh, man.
oh, wow. And he let that be leaked to the internet.
Evidently.
Oh, that,
He may not have had a choice.
oh.
All right, so next one, we've got another one. What's the next one coming up here?
You count for him, Aaliyah.
That's,
Oh.
is that a soccer ball? Underneath, like that's, I mean, in theory, this is a genius idea. I'm just gonna say, like to create spring out of a ball underneath the plank it's intuitive. But I mean, I think the plank
That's
itself,
janky.
the plank itself might need to be just a little thicker.
I don't. Oh.
I'm gonna say failed it. I don't know. What do you guys think? Chat. What do we got in the chat? Audience. Anybody? What are we thinking? We've got some thumbs down. There may not be a successful video.
Right now
that
we have a
played.
good number of nailed it.
A
Nailed
good
it.
number
In the
of
chat.
nailed it?
I'm leaning nailed it. I think by sheer luck. Like
Like what-
I don't think it's gonna be talent.
What classifies as nailed it? Like, does he just have to physically make it into the water?
That's a fair question.
Does the diving board have to stay in one piece? Does he have to do a flip? I mean, like, I don't know.
I'm
I don't
saying
think it's
he
gonna
makes
end
it in
well.
the water
No matter what,
without
I don't
the
think it's gonna end
board
well. So
impaling him.
yeah. Okay, let's see what happens.
You count for him, Aaliyah.
Oh, yeah.
That's
He landed in the water, but that's failed.
in fairness. The little girl was counting for him, and he didn't wait until she got to 3.
I don't
He
think
went.
it would
he
have
went
made a
on
difference.
2. I mean, he
If he
kinda
hadn't, he
it
would have
coming.
fallen on the platform. That board was going down.
Oh my goodness. Okay, what's next? What do we got for the next one? Nailed it or failed it. That dude is.
What
That
is
dude is-
happening?
I think he might launch into the stratosphere.
He's blurry. Like he is. That's a speedy guy.
I think
He's going.
I think he's
in.
gonna make it in the pool. I just think it's gonna take 20 seconds for him to come back down.
Oh.
All right, what do we got in the chat? Nailed it or failed
Got
it?
a lot of nailed it.
A lot of nailed it.
Aaron Riddle specifically with a lot of exclamation points.
Oh.
Is saying nailed it.
He believes. This is an old video of Aaron, isn't it? That's what's
this is
happening
Aaron
right
with the-
here.
With the triple tuck, double half gainer
Swan
into
dive.
the yes. I don't even know if those are real words, but we're gonna. All right, what do we got here? What happens to this one? Look at this dude. What? Okay.
All right.
I mean,
No hands.
I think you're supposed to dive with your hands.
Clearly, he
But-
didn't need them. That was a no
Yeah.
hands
No
moment.
hands.
Nailed.
no
well
hands
done,
dive.
buddy.
All right, we're gonna
Well
call
done.
that nailed it.
Good job, Aaron. I mean.
Aaron, well
Yeah.
done. Thanks for the video. Send them, keep them coming, man. All those diving videos, send them in. We'll use them. All right, what's next?
Oh,
This guy's a professional. Look at this.
look at
the form.
Look at that balance.
Look at the form.
The toe spring, right? Is that a toe spring? That's what you.
I think he hits his head off the diving board. That's
oh,
what I think
no.
happens.
Oh, I hope not. Oh.
I don't think we'd probably show it if that's probably, we're probably not allowed to show that.
That place is legit, though. Do you see that blob in the
I mean,
background? I'm all for that place.
I
Let's
kind
go
of want to
there.
know what the hut is doing, floating out in the middle of the lake.
That's for your smoothies or your
Your smoothies.
snow cones.
Yeah.
After you
All right.
dive.
Well, what do we think? What do we got in the chat, Hannah? What are the students saying?
It looks pretty split. Maybe
Okay.
leaning toward failed it.
Okay.
So,
So I think he looks like a professional, but he kind of looks so professional that people kind of want him to fail. I think that's what's happening right now. But I don't know. Let's see what happens. All right, here we go. Ooh, oh, that was pretty.
That was impressive.
pretty. A little bit of-
Somebody buy that man a snow cone at the Tiki Hut.
Yes.
He
I mean, a
deserves
little
it.
bit of splash, so I'm going to give it like an 8.6, but I mean, not bad, not bad.
9.2 all the way.
9.2. All right, we have one more for you. Nailed it or failed it. Pool edition. This is the pool party edition.
Oh no.
If you even jump off of this, you win. Just going off of that, you win. Like that's I don't even want to climb
Look
up
at that
there.
setup. That looks like you're jumping off a building.
I
I'm
think
intrigued.
I think that this is like one of those ones where you land so flat that it just knocks the wind completely
Oh,
out
and
of
he
you.
looks like a tomato.
That's what's gonna happen.
All right.
But nailed it or failed it. What do you guys think, students in the chat? What do we got?
What's happening?
well,
some
Aaron's getting
laughter
super
over here.
creative with the way he comments. Everyone's thinking failed it.
Okay.
Failed it.
We've got some creative comments, but we're saying failed it. I think failed it.
I'm also thinking failed it.
I think we're getting an epic belly flopper back smacker here. Let's see what happens. Oh,
that was like a
man.
massive wedgie.
That's like instant sunburn on the.
what?
Just an extra. That's just for good measure. We have an extra little video, little bonus clip for you. Nailed it or failed it. We're gonna do this. This one's gonna have to come back. We'll have
That
to get
was
some different
fun.
versions of this one. That was a fun one. And so we're gonna transition now into from that into something a little more serious. And so we're gonna go to worship now. We've got a time of worship with your peers. It's just a great opportunity for you guys to just kind of contemplate the words of the song and what your peers are singing. And then we need to hear from Mr. Will Jackson. So we've got a little clip to lead into that. So check this out.
Hey Fuse, I'm excited for y'all to worship with us wherever you are, in your bedroom, in your living room, in your kitchen. Please take this time to worship the Lord.
You Hey guys, my name is Will. I am super excited to be here with y'all. Super excited as well for anybody that's joined with us on this week on Fuse Online. I'm actually really excited as well that Pastor Dustin asked me to join you guys for the devotional this week. For anybody that hasn't been with us, we've been going through the life of a guy named Joseph. And it's a topic that we've been talking about that I think is really applicable in the midst of this pandemic, called what are you supposed to do when you really don't know what's the next thing to do? So I can't think of a better thing to talk about in this time. So I just want to jump right in and give you guys a quick recap of the first week. Pastor Dustin, we talked about a guy called Joseph, and he set up the story for us. And Joseph was born into this great family in Israel. We're talking about old scripture where Joseph was born into a great family. He had like 8 different brothers, and really Joseph was spoiled, and he had a coat of many colors. His dad loved him a lot and really spoiled him, and this kind of made his brothers jealous. And so segue into the second week where we went with Brock, and he talked about Joseph, how God was still with him even when his brothers got so jealous and they sold him into slavery because they really hated him that much. And Joseph's life was about to change forever, right? Joseph is being thrust into a brand new normal because he's being sold into slavery in Egypt. But you know, God was still with him, and that's the thing we want to remember from the second week. And now we are where we are right here, where Joseph has been thrust into Egypt in the midst of a crisis, a brand new normal, probably had a cultural barrier, probably had a language barrier, customs barrier, different food, lots of different things going on, where Joseph went from being an Israelite and loved by his father to now where Joseph is literally a slave, having to serve those in a foreign land. I mean, wow, talk about a transition, right? I can't think of anything that is more applicable in a global pandemic like this. But guys, things start to look up for Joseph a little bit, right? We give it about 5 or 10 years, and Joseph shows that he has a lot of leadership abilities, shows that he's trustworthy because he's got God at the forefront of his life. So Joseph ends up being sold to this guy called Potiphar. Potiphar is second in charge in Egypt, right? You have Pharaoh, who's king of Egypt, and then you have Potiphar. And Potiphar has like second in command of everything in Egypt. And then you have Joseph, who's the slave to this guy, Potiphar, right? So, I mean, Joseph's kind of something when Potiphar decides to put Joseph in charge of everything that he owns. And mind you guys, Joseph is still a slave at this time, right? But Potiphar saw that Joseph was trustworthy and he had leadership skills, and so Potiphar gave him the ability to be put in charge over everything in his house, all right? So here's where we are with Joseph. Okay, things are looking up for Joseph. He has some security blanket in this new normal, finally, where he's still in a crisis. But then, there's always the but then part, right? We are never guaranteed from Christ that we will not have troubles and tribulations in this life. And Joseph was about to be faced with a test that seems like it was an impossible situation for him. And this is where our story picks up, where I really want us to delve into right now. So if you'll turn with me, if you have your Bibles, if you're using your phones, whatever you're doing, go ahead and look in Genesis chapter 39. And I want us to start in verse 5, because this is the reminder of how good Joseph was doing and how God blessed Potiphar because God was blessing Joseph. In verse 5 it says, from the time that he made him overseer in his house, from the time that Potiphar made Joseph overseer in his house, and over all that he had, the Lord blessed the Egyptian's house for Joseph's sake. God was blessing Potiphar because of Joseph. The blessing of the Lord was on all that he had in house and field. And if you look at verse 6, it says, so Potiphar left all that he had in Joseph's charge because Potiphar realized he was being blessed. And then here comes something else if you look in verse 7. And after a time, Potiphar's wife, his master's wife, cast her eyes on Joseph and said, lie with me. But he refused and said to his master's wife, behold, because of me, my master has no concern about anything in the house, and he has put everything that he has in my charge. He is not greater in this house than I am, nor has he kept back anything from me except you, because you are his wife. How then can I do this great wickedness and sin against God? And as she spoke to Joseph day after day, he would not listen to her, to lie beside her or be with her. And guys, here's an excellent reminder as well that Joseph really was a good-looking guy. So this was quite a temptation for Potiphar's wife too. And this is the moment that I want us to lean into. What was Joseph supposed to do in the midst of this truly impossible situation? I want to set it up for us because, guys, I want to remind you that even though this was Potiphar's wife, Joseph still, according to Egyptian law, had to obey her commands because this was Potiphar's wife. And it would be as if Joseph was disobeying Potiphar, his own master, if he was disobeying his wife. Okay, so Joseph is left with a situation here of saying no to Potiphar's wife about sleeping with her and sinning against God, or saying yes and sinning against God, sleeping with her, and then maybe something else will happen down the road. Guys, this is an impossible situation. It doesn't seem like there's a really good way out, right? So the premise of our whole series is, what are we supposed to do when we really don't know what we're supposed to do? And guys, I can tell you, Joseph lived by something called integrity. And I want to explain to you what this word is. This is the moment we need to lean into. Integrity is doing what is right, either when no one is looking, or even when you don't know what it may cost you to do the right thing, or even when you may not know what's going to happen to your life if you do the next right thing or the next best thing. Guys, God is always going to be with us. He promises us He's never going to leave us or forsake us. So what can we learn from Joseph, guys? We can learn that when he's faced with a tough decision, he leaned in and obeyed on what God says. He knew what was right. He trusted God, even when it looked bleak, and he seemed not to have an answer of what was going to be the outcome of it if he said no to Potiphar's wife. And I wish I could tell you that things got better, but I can actually say that it looked in man's eyes like things got worse. You know what happened next is that Potiphar's wife got so mad at Joseph for denying her that she finally got fed up, and she was so angry, and she accused Joseph of rape to Potiphar. And Potiphar got angry with that and threw Joseph in jail. And you know, it looks like things have ended, right? Like things are just terrible for Joseph, and that he went from having some kind of security blanket while he was still in the midst of a crisis in a new nation, right? Where Joseph's having to adjust to this brand new normal. He lost all his leadership, all the trust from Potiphar, and now he's thrown in prison. My goodness, this is another brand new normal for Joseph, right? I mean, even in the midst of what he's already going through, how applicable is it for us today? What's going to come up? What's the situations that you're being challenged with? We are trusted from Christ. We are loved by Christ enough to say that God has our best at heart, guys. That's what I want us to remember. God still had the best at heart for Joseph, but you know what Joseph had to do? He had to choose what the next right thing to do was, what the next best thing was. He had to choose that he was going to say no to Potiphar's wife, regardless of the outcome that was going to happen to him, even though he said no, because he knew, according to God's plan and God's law, that was the right thing to do and the right thing to say. So if you're faced with an impossible situation, guys, and it looks like there may not be a good thing on either side, I just want to remind you that because God loves you enough to say, I have the best in plan for you, you let God do the outcome. You don't worry about the outcome. You don't worry about what may happen by saying, hey, if I do this, then this is going to happen. If I do this, this is going to happen. Guys, you have no idea what's going to happen. I can tell you that if you choose the next best thing, even when you may not know what to do, and you trust that God is going to guide you, that God is going to guide you in the path that He has for you, then that's going to be the next best thing that God has for you. I could tell you with Joseph that things got better for Joseph. I'm not going to spoil the story, but what I can tell you is that it may have looked like it was the best for Joseph to serve in Potiphar's house the rest of his life as second in command, but it was not God's best. God's best was something beyond the prison. God's best was something beyond that prison that Joseph was in. God's best for Joseph was something far greater than being second in Potiphar's house. And I could tell you, it just goes up from there. And it's the very same picture that God has for us. God has something best for us, but we must choose to live with integrity, have God at the forefront so that He can be the master of our life. And if you trust Him, that He's got the best for you, you're saying to God, I love you enough to know that you have the best for me. What do you need to trust Him with today? And what do you need to live with integrity with today, guys? All right, guys, let's go ahead and pray. So super excited that you guys joined us today. I really love being here with y'all, and I hope that God used this message for you. So let's go ahead and pray. Father, thank you for your love and for integrity, Lord Jesus, and just who you are, that we find our integrity in you, God. We don't find it in ourselves, we find the next best thing that we are supposed to do in the midst of an impossible situation with you, Father. It looks like we may have no good options on either side, and it may look like things get worse before they get better. Lord, Father, you know and you see the outcome, and we leave that to you, and we don't worry about it, because you say, make all your requests known to God, and don't be worried and don't be anxious about tomorrow, because give that to God. And so that's what we want to give to you today, and I trust that whatever decisions the students are having to make in their lives that seems like it's impossible, Lord God, you are going to give them the discernment and the integrity to make the next best right decision according to your will, Father. Thank you for your love. Amen.
All right, Will, thank you so much for sharing with us. Just awesome words for us to be thinking about, and just thinking about how God can use us in all the different situations that we're in, and our goal is to just do that next right thing, and that we can trust that God will be faithful with the rest. And so thank you for sharing about that, and thank you to our students for leading us in worship.
That was so awesome.
It's awesome.
Good
It's
job, guys.
really cool to see you guys putting your talents to use and allowing God to use you, and just kind of leading others into that experience. And so thank you guys for being a part of it and for doing that for us. And so we are going to jump now into a game. And so this game is a new game that we are introducing this week. It is called Still Relevant. And so if you know, yeah, still relevant. And so if you know what still relevant means, the idea of being relevant and still being relevant, then obviously, you know, we're gonna try to make ourselves feel a little younger this evening. And so we're gonna do that by looking at some Gen Z terminology, and to help us do that, we have invited on the show Miss Jennifer and Miss Emily to join us.
Welcome, ladies.
Yes,
You
welcome
guys
to the
are totally
show.
relevant.
Yes,
So fabulous.
absolutely. And so, yeah, tell us a little bit about yourselves and your involvement in Fuse, and just let our audience know who you are.
Yeah, my name is Jennifer Humphrey, and we've been at Westover, I think, 25 years. And anyways, been involved with high school ministry. This is my partner, Emily. We share everything, including sophomore, rising junior girls.
Yes. And my family's been here for about 15 years, and love doing small group. It's been a great growing experience for me.
Awesome. Well, thank you guys for coming on the show. Appreciate it. We are going to be playing this game called Still Relevant. And so this is how this is going to work. We are going to put up a word or a phrase on the screen. And this word or phrase is Generation Z terminology. It's very pop culture lingo. It's stuff that our students are probably going to know the answer to. They're going to know what it means. And we will all be up here on stage looking clueless. That's really the goal. That's really what it comes down to.
yourself.
Now, I cheated. I've already seen the words, so I'm just going to throw that out there. But I did know some of them. I did know some of them. And the rest I pretended like I knew, even though I didn't. But we're going to put the words up on the screen, and we're going to give students. You guys are going to interact with this, and we're going to give it a few seconds, and then Hannah is going to tell us what the actual definition of this word is. But before she does that, while we're waiting, you are going to write what you think the definition is on your little whiteboards, all right?
Okay.
So after Hannah gives us the real definition, we will take turns revealing your best guess at the definition, or if you know it, then your actual definition.
They're gonna
And then we're going to compare answers, And if we have to, we'll go to our judges, which is basically just anybody sitting out there. And we will keep score. And I mean, we might just make up the points. I don't know. But we will have a winner. We will have a loser. And someone will spin the wheel of consequences.
Do we have a lifeline or anything
So,
like that?
I mean, you can appeal to a lifeline if someone wants to yell out an answer.
All right, but for that to work, guys, you need to chat it up. You need to tell us what these abbreviations mean in our message thread so that they have the opportunity for a lifeline. So we're counting on you here. All right, ladies, still relevant. All right, let's roll. What do we have here? All right, clap back. All right, ladies, what does it mean when someone gets a clap back? I told
They're right. I mean, they went right
they
to
know.
work writing.
They are with
They're not
this.
wasting any time. I
Clap
think this
back.
one's this
Don't
one's
let
gonna
this
be
fool
one.
you.
This is gonna, yeah, just so you all know, in case this wasn't obvious, these words are not going to be the original definitions. That's a clue, all right? So if you're like, well, I mean, it's like you're putting your hands together for something. Like,
I've got some.
obviously, these are going to be modified definitions. So do we have anything in the chat, Hannah? Is anybody responding? Do they seem to be on the right track with this?
They haven't responded.
Uh-oh.
Oh, guys.
They're
I'm
guys.
going to assume that means we're
No
stumped.
life.
Maybe they're
girls.
stumped.
Maybe they're
too.
stumped.
All right, so in the media, when famous people usually post their opinion on a topic, they may receive some clapback.
yeah.
Does that help anyone here?
Kind of.
Can
yeah.
we change our
I
with that?
mean, I didn't know we were in the stage of giving clues already. We're on number one.
I was helping them, not the technically.
All right, Hannah, what is our actual definition?
Okay, the definition of a clapback is a targeted, vicious comeback intended to place someone in a much-needed check.
Boom, boom, boom.
Can you please define some of the words in the definition? So, I'm going to go just off of the faces that you made when she read the definition. That this is not looking good for us up on stage.
No.
All right, Jennifer, will you be brave and show us what you had first?
I said a high five.
Oh,
that
clap
makes
back.
sense.
That's sweet.
That makes sense.
You know, the world needs more clap back like that.
There you go. I was thinking
It's not
positive.
the right answer, but we need it.
Thank you, Ashley.
You're welcome. All right, Emily. What do you got?
I took the obvious route. I said applause or likes,
yeah.
but no.
No, good
That
try.
sounds totally opposite.
All right, well, the good news
Way to
is
put a positive spin on it, though.
you both are still remaining with an equal chance of spinning
Yeah, you
the wheel
both
of
have
consequences.
You both have 0 points. Okay.
All right. All right. Let's see our second relevant. Oh, Fam.
All right. I think I feel good about this one.
Yeah, you got it.
think
Come on,
we've got
guys.
this one.
We got this.
I don't think we really need. I don't know that we need to give this one a whole lot of time. Students, if you know the answer,
go.
throw it in there.
I'm checking here.
This is a
I'm
pretty
checking
simple
to
one.
see.
I know you guys got this one, so
This is a freebie.
I don't know. We'll see. We'll find out. So Hannah, what is the definition of fam?
The definition, it's kind of just your people. So whether that is your literal family or your close friends, used in a sentence, according to Google, is, yo fam, check your texts.
Yo.
So
Yes.
do with that what you will.
I like it. I like it.
All right, so here's what we need, Hannah. That was a great use, guys. Students in the chat, use these words in a sentence. Help us out here.
you go.
So if we
Instead of a
don't
definition, use it in a
understand,
sentence.
use it in a sentence so we can understand better.
There you go. We can maybe
Okay.
even use it as a clue.
All right, Emily, let's have you
Family.
first. Family.
Family.
All right.
Okay.
Same here. We
Family.
were tracking.
I mean, I think I think that one counts.
Yeah.
I think we give it to them. I think that's good for a point.
Okay.
I mean, they both had the same answer, so they're still
So
tied.
either it's a tie.
Either way.
Yeah, either way.
So-
Right or
All
wrong,
right.
you're still tied.
All right, let's see our next one. Fire. Should I? I need to tone it down a bit. Fire. Fire.
You need more monotone. Don't give it away.
So
Fire.
That's
What
how
do you-
relevant
what do
I
we
am.
got?
I just.
What do we got?
Appropriate tone for this one.
Thank
I
you.
think it was. I mean,
yeah,
it's-
and that's
it's
what I'm
kind of
giving
a
it.
good
I
clue.
don't want to. Do I give it away? I don't know. What do you guys think? Do I
Okay.
need to tone it down? My coolness just knows no bounds.
No, is anyone anyone,
Totally joking.
put your answer in the chat what you think it is, or use it in a sentence. I mean, you can easily use it in a sentence talking about. Well, I mean, what do we want? I don't even want to know. Aaron in the chat.
Robert socks and sandals last
Yes,
week were
fired
fire.
for sure.
Or needed fire applied to them.
It's all a matter of perspective.
Full of irony.
Irony. Good irony. Irony is not going to appear in this game, just so you know.
All right.
Hannah, what is the definition?
The definition is something that is really good, amazing, or crazy, but like in a good way, crazy.
All right. Jennifer,
right.
you got a little wiggle there. Oh,
cool.
really cool.
Okay. All
Yeah.
We'll
Jennifer.
go with that.
Fabulous, ladies. You are on fire.
I think we will take those answers. That's
All
good.
right. Well, we're still tied.
It
so
is 2
you
to 2.
still have an equal opportunity of spinning the wheel here.
2 to
All
2.
right.
Here we
Next
go.
one. Look.
Is that how you pronounce it?
Say that one more time.
I don't know that I should.
Sounds like you had a frog in your That was the I don't know how to pronounce this word, so if I like stumble over it.
I have to. No, I was owning it. It may be. Try to own
Oh
it.
man.
Redeem me here, people. Come on.
All right, so we're writing down our answers. We're gonna try to figure out what Ashley
You can
just
do
said.
this. Let's not focus on me. Ladies, you got this.
Hannah, I think we're about ready. What is the definition?
It's another form of look, L-O-O-K. It means a signature physical trait, something that adds character to someone and makes them unique. You just gotta own it.
Oh, you know,
So it's like a
going for it, you
signature
know?
look, like a
Yeah.
yeah. Okay.
People
So what
want
do-
to know who uses that word.
Who uses that word?
It-
I agree. Okay, I do. I probably wouldn't have even pronounced it that way if I hadn't.
Look.
If I hadn't
People
already known
say
what the
it. They
game
say
was.
like, "Oh, that's a look," but you can't tell that they're saying L-E-W-K.
I was a try.
Yeah, so that would tell me that 90% of the people that use it probably don't know how it's spelled, but we'll just go with it. So what do we got over here?
All right, Jennifer, what do you have?
I just, something bad.
Bad.
Bad,
I mean,
okay.
it could be an adjective to describe your look. But Emily, what do you think here?
I just said fail, monumental fail.
Monumental fail. I mean,
Yeah.
I feel like that could be the case when addressing the look or
Yeah.
look. That's what I was gonna. Gotta get your. See, gotta drop your lip a little bit. Look. That's. Yeah. I saw that somewhere
we need
once.
to move on.
Okay. Anyway. All right, ladies. I think we're keeping it tied up. 2 to 2.
Gosh, tiebreaker.
Wow. Next one, please. Ooh, salty.
Yeah.
I like how you use each word, like the way that you say
Not
each
to.
word.
I'm trying to. I need to.
It's a clue.
It's a clue. It is. Every word has a little tone to it. Give it a little clue. All right.
You should just try being in my head, or like in a book I'm reading. It's an adventure in here.
I'm
folks.
just glad you're saying them. Like if I was saying them, I'd be like salty.
Oh, see, this is where before him. What are we gonna do here? He wanted me to do this. All right. Oh, can we go back to look for a moment? Anna, thank you. Robert
did you
owned
say?
his look.
There you go.
It's so true.
There we go.
Thank you. Yeah.
All right, Hannah, what do we got as the definition?
The definition is the act of being upset, angry, or bitter.
Upset, angry, or bitter.
I gotta be so salty. All right, Emily.
A lot of the students are saying rude too, so
Rude.
yeah, that falls into it.
Rude word.
I said snarky.
Petty.
Oh yeah.
Snarky. Okay.
I think,
yeah, we'll
yeah.
take that. We'll
That's
take
definitely
that.
it.
Describe somebody in a bad mood.
Oh yeah. I mean, if you're
Acting, you know.
I personally think if people
Anna
are
said it was
rude,
good.
they're in a bad mood.
Judges.
However, snarky is
Judges,
kinda right
what do we
on.
got?
Emily.
Emily, all right, we're giving the point
I'm
to
giving Emily. All right, we're giving the point to Emily.
Oh,
To me.
3 to 2.
Wait, Aaron, I thought Aaron said Jennifer.
Oh,
Oh, man.
oh, sorry. Jennifer's getting a little salty. Let's move on. Shade.
All
Oh.
right, shade. Shade. Do we know this one?
I just don't know how to put it in,
Usually another word
Shade.
accompanies that word.
Mm-hmm.
Very often.
It is.
Very often there's another word that accompanies that word. That-
Are the students
I don't know if we can
these?
give them that. Can we give them that clue?
Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. Let's wait a sec here and see.
Okay, so
Elaborate.
you're gonna yeah.
Elaborate. They're
Shade. We've got some stuff coming in. I don't think we need to give them the clue. I think we just go with
I
it.
think
So-
I don't mind you giving me
We
that.
don't- Jennifer's like, no, this one's mine. It's my point. All right, Hannah, what is the definition?
Shade is a subtle, sneering expression of contempt
Oh.
or disgust for someone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can be verbal, but sometimes not. Like it can be like a
Can be a
side eye.
look.
side eye. Yeah.
Can be a
Yeah.
look, yeah.
Side eye's definitely throwing some shade.
Yep.
Yeah.
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 All
All
right.
right.
So, why are you
She's
so
so
ready?
ready.
I don't.
I was trying
I
to.
all witnessed it too.
You saw what I did.
She did show me. She gave me a little peek-see, so we can figure this out. All right.
Oh.
All right, Jennifer. What do you
Man,
have?
we're gonna have
I
to
knew
start
that it
acting like a
was,
classroom.
throw some shade at somebody.
Okay.
You say something bad about somebody.
Okay, something
Isn't
bad.
that right?
But how much did she write? Okay,
Uh-huh.
let's.
So
okay.
the original was throw some shade.
Throw some
So
shade
she
was
used-
That
this.
showed.
She
that-
used the word in the definition,
Yeah.
which I think is like classic
Not okay. I've taught
educational
fourth grade.
no-no
We
for
learned to
like
use a dictionary.
defining a word. You
I
can't use
just
the
was
word in the
trying to
definition.
write it out.
Emily, what did you come up with?
Total fail. I said, I wrote that too, throw some shade,
Yeah,
just to give me, but I said elaborate on something. Like, but yeah, no.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
I
think
don't know.
Jennifer
I
got
feel
this
like
one.
judges. I hate making people feel bad and taking points away. So I need someone else to tell me like.
DJ was
We're going with the judges.
Jennifer got it.
We're
Okay.
giving it to her.
Okay. All right. We're tied up
We are a
again.
gracious audience.
Okay.
All
Nail
right.
biter. Nail biter.
3-3.
Next one,
3-3.
please.
All right.
Slay. Oh, slay. Mhm. You didn't get to see that whole snap, but trust me, it was there, folks.
All right, so we're writing our definitions down. What do we think?
All right,
I
guys.
think- I think you should try to use it in a sentence.
Oh, like when you asked me to come today, I said, "Oh, sure, I'll slay it." That is that what you mean?
Okay, you sure? Okay. We'll go with that. You're getting applause from one person.
And that's my new BFF.
All right.
Huh.
We
threw my
good?
phone
We got
down
it
for
written down.
effect.
I think we know our answer.
time.
And Hannah, what is the definition?
It means that you killed it. You succeeded in something amazing. Killing it. Yeah, someone on the
Yeah,
chat said
there's-
killing it.
yeah.
Exactly.
Doing good. Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
All right. All right.
All right, Emily.
Well, the word kill did come into it, but I thought it meant like to kill, like to
Like verbally attack.
slander someone.
Oh.
Yes.
Wow, that was really
Yeah,
honest of you.
no.
I kind of want to give you a point for that, but I don't know if that's in the rules. Jennifer.
You are not allowed to lead anymore.
Oh, I'm
What
gonna
did you
fire
say?
you. Nailed it.
Got
Nailed
it.
it.
So
Okay.
right.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
we gotta give the point to Jennifer.
She
She
slayed
slayed
it.
it.
Give the point to Jennifer.
She
All right.
The
did.
score is 4-3.
All
We
right.
are on, what is this, number 8? So we got like a couple more. We'll do a couple more.
All right. Let's
I'm
see
coming
it.
for you, Jennifer. I'm coming.
Stan.
Oh.
Stan. Stan.
He's my neighbor. Stan, I gotta tell you, I didn't know this one. And so I had to have it explained to me. And after it was explained to me, I still didn't understand. So I'm just gonna tell you, this is not the easiest one.
Who explained it to you? Google
Probably
or-
probably one of the younger people in the room. So
All right.
no, I mean it took a little bit. I had to ask some questions.
Okay. So
A
help
diagram
Dustin
was
out.
drawn. But once
Write some
I had a
sentences.
picture, I was good to go.
All right, we
hear a
need some
sentence?
sentences in the
Yeah,
chat
yeah.
to
Can we
make
hear
sure.
one sentence?
And I don't know, using it in a sentence would maybe give it away, but
Well,
try.
let's see
Hannah,
what
you got a
we can see
sentence
what we
for
get.
us?
Hook us up, guys.
Yes, I've got a definition, and it doesn't look like anyone in the chat knows the exact definition of it, but their reference is correct. So,
Okay.
But stan is actually just a combination of the words stalker and fan, and it refers to someone who is overly obsessed with a celebrity.
Okay.
Okay.
So that was our definition. And
I'm gonna
I
guess
think
from
Emily
the
just
looks on
drew a
your
picture.
faces.
Yep. Question mark.
Okay.
Total
Yeah,
question
and
mark.
mine was a guess.
So
Boring.
Oh,
It's
Okay.
kind of a boring.
That was
name.
with the way that you said it with your tone.
And yeah, that's because I was
Oh, so
making it up,
stalker
folks.
and a fan.
I personally, I will admit, I did not quite. I thought maybe like stand up, like I'm gonna stand by you, maybe.
I'm just gonna say, like,
Stand-
if you have to make up a
stand by
word,
you.
if you have to make up a word that is defined as being between a stalker and a fan, you're just a stalker that won't admit you're a stalker,
It's
right?
true.
I mean, that's what that
yeah,
is.
this is yeah. You need to check your life choices anyway. Is what that's boiling down
But I
to.
think more frequently it's used as like you're behind something, like you
Okay.
can get behind
Okay.
it.
Okay.
And so I think that's how it's more commonly
So,
used, but
yeah,
the technical
stand
definition
up.
refers to celebrities and stuff.
I got you.
All right. Nice. All right. Next one.
Wait, this is number 9, right? Is it tied? No.
Oh, where are we?
No,
at?
Jennifer's up
No,
4-3.
4-3, because there were a couple they didn't get.
4-3.
Yeah. Okay.
So we have one more after this. Okay, we can do the last two. See where we end up.
All right.
So,
Here we go,
sus.
ladies.
Is that how you spell? How you say that? Sus
Sus.
or Sue?
Look at me.
It's,
See?
I'm gonna say sus.
Not giving
This
anything
one I'm
away.
gonna say very confidently. I'm just
Sus.
gonna go for it. It's sus.
It could also, if referring to a proper noun, could be Seuss, like
Dr.
short,
Seuss?
Short for like Susanna,
Right.
Suzanne.
Susan Seacrest.
Susan.
Okay.
Sue.
I think we're going with sus on this one.
Sus.
Goodness.
It's a good thing we have all these people to
I know.
explain this stuff.
Oh,
All right.
I'm right on with the chat here.
Right on with the
I
chat.
got you. All right.
Got our definitions.
You got this,
in
Jack.
now?
You got it.
Yes.
You got it.
Just a guess.
You got
So,
it.
yes.
Hannah, what do we got?
Yes. I mean, I have my definition. Are you asking for chat?
Let's see it. What do we got for the definition?
Okay, it just means to be suspect or suspicious.
Ah,
Sus.
So this is basically an abbreviation.
sus.
Totally
Kind of a
sus.
short-
I mean, that
just
was
a short
I was
form.
sus right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought it was
Food.
sustenance. Sustenance.
Yes! yes! Oh my goodness, that is awesome.
Sorry, that's good.
Food can be sus.
I mean, in fairness, she did the same concept, right? She just
Right?
shortened
Yeah.
the word.
I mean, and they're
Oh, that's
Way
awesome.
up. I just said girlfriend.
Where's that from?
Girlfriend?
Where's that from? Where did you get
I
that
don't
from?
know.
like your sis. Is that what
I
you're trying to
mean,
think? Like your
sis,
sister?
Or
Like,
sister.
okay.
Yeah.
Sister that you're dating?
My son.
no, like soul sister.
Yeah, like,
She's just like
yes,
combining here.
Soul
sister.
sister. Thank you. You know.
I got you, sis.
And we've derailed. Okay.
All right. So, 4-3. We're still right
Four to
here.
three. It could end in a
So,
tie, or we could.
I think we need to make this one worth
make
2
it-
points.
I think
Can
we
I call
should.
that all the
Okay.
Sure.
Make
Why
it
not make it
awesome.
worth $1 million?
Good.
1 million points.
I
The
mean,
first game on
2
Fuse Live
points,
history.
$1 million points.
1
What's the
million.
difference?
All right. I can't wait. What is it?
1 million
Oh,
points.
T.
T.
You know the T. Mm. PJ doesn't know how to handle me right now.
That's awesome. All right. This one.
Can we say there? I mean, there are a couple words that go with it.
I would just like to remind everyone that the definitions are not the normal definitions of the
A
word.
hot beverage.
So, yes,
it is
please
not a hot
refrain
beverage.
from
Well,
writing anything
It is not
along the lines of
food. It is not a
beverages.
hot beverage. It is not something you
Not a
order
beverage.
from Chick-fil-A.
It's not an event in history.
Boston Tea Party, guys. That's what he's referring to. I know you're a little rusty. Let's just throw that out there. They did spill the tea. However, this is not that occasion.
Clue!
Did I just?
I like it.
I tried. I tried to help you out.
Wait a
The
minute.
light bulb. Oh, she's writing. We give her 3
I'm
seconds.
just-
2,
Okay.
1. All right, Hannah, what is the
All right.
definition?
Spill the tea on the definition, Hannah.
Yeah, so it means gossip or drama that you're wanting to hear about. The situation, facts, news, whatever.
Anna Lane on
Okay.
here said, every week our small group spills the tea to Jennifer and Emily.
Who said that?
Anna Lane.
Anna Toot. Anna Toot.
Toot.
Anna.
Anna too. They're numbered.
Yeah.
All right. 4 million points.
All right. Flip at the same time, ladies. Let's just see.
Revolt.
Money and a revolt.
Yes.
Oh,
Really love it.
I kind of want to say like people might spill the tea for money if it's like.
I mean, it's
but
it's
that's
true.
Good guess.
all right. But the good news is the score remains the same.
Yeah, so it's 4 to 3, which means Jennifer is our winner.
Emily.
And Emily, this sound right here
Oh boy.
is not the sound that you necessarily want to be hearing.
She's holding it up. She's ready.
This sound right here means Emily's gonna be spinning our wheel of consequences. So we need to take just a moment to go through what your consequences could be this evening.
All right.
We have first up, dye your hair with Kool-Aid. All right, and then the next one is Student's Choice. So if you land on Student's Choice, we will present the students with a couple options.
Boy.
On our Instagram story, they will vote, and you will have to do whatever terrible thing they vote for. The next one is something my wife is going to read. Share your consequence
Oh, cool.
Share your consequences with the winner.
With the winner, okay.
You could do it. You said earlier, didn't you? You guys do everything together.
That's true.
Oh.
It's true.
All
Half
right.
and half, baby.
Next up is does that say eat a scorpion?
I think it does. No, what's the orange one? The orange one. the
Yeah,
back one.
eat
Solo
a scorpion.
performance.
Solo
I missed
performance. You missed that one.
Oh,
Solo
I missed that one.
performance.
Sorry, I thought that was the same one. Oh, solo performance. This
We're
is
old
harder
guys,
to
our
see.
eyes
The
are-
light. Okay. All right.
Solo performance.
Eat
They have to
a
come up here and
scorpion.
sing next week, I think is what it is. Eat a scorpion.
Wait. Okay. Is that like deadly?
No.
Okay.
It's been done.
I'm a little.
PJ claims that he does it all the time.
Oh.
I did it once.
Oh, once.
All the
time. I mean, it's
All right. Ooh, a late night TikTok dance video.
yeah. Late night TikTok dance video.
I think you can get it.
Prank call Pastor Dawn.
Oh. He's watching.
Ooh.
Oh. I'm pretty sure that if it had landed on this for them last week, they would have gladly pranked the elder board. So I think they would
Dawn
enjoy
seemed
this
kind of
prank.
excited about
I
that,
think
actually.
they would enjoy
I'm
that
just
very
saying.
much.
All right, so we've got all those options. Emily, on the count of 3, you're going to push the button to spin the wheel.
To start it?
In
All right.
1, 3, we'll count down. 3, 2, 1, go. And let's see what we end up with here.
Are there any you're super nervous
We don't,
about?
I don't know where we're going to get a
I don't wanna
scorpion.
get a
That's what I don't know.
scorpion.
Where do you get one? Student's Choice makes me nervous.
yeah.
Did you guys see Impact? They said shave your eyebrows. Like, they were hardcore.
Eat a scorpion, eat a
Oh,
scorpion.
oh.
Oh.
Oh!
And we are
Sharing
sharing
your
your consequence
Or your consequence.
with the
Yeah, share.
winner.
Okay,
So
so
see, it
you
worked
get to
out.
do
You guys do
again?
everything together.
Okay.
All right. So we need to ask. I mean, the students need to chime in on this.
All
one, I
right.
think.
Together, guys. Small group, sophomore girls. What do you want to see Emily and Jennifer do? Oh my goodness, what are you hoping for?
Be good to us, girls.
I think they love
Come on,
you.
girls.
I think they're not going to say the scorpion. That's my
Let's hope not.
guess. But what are
Which one do you not want to see?
The solo performance. Yeah, that's kind of.
Well, now it's a duet. So I mean, I mean, it's
Shaved
a little
eyebrows.
easier.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Eating a scorpion.
Does student choice make you nervous?
I don't even know where we
That
would
makes
get
me
one.
nervous.
Yeah.
TikTok.
Oh, that
TikTok. She said make a TikTok with them.
Ooh, there you go with your old
good
small
one.
group.
Come on,
Dedication,
Okay.
girls.
Okay.
Oh my
All right.
goodness.
So fun.
So, what needs to happen then is you need to push it together, and this time, whatever it lands on, that's your consequence.
Okay.
All right,
Ready?
ready? 3, 2, 1. That easy button really does speak different languages, guys. It's quite incredible. All right.
You mean the easy button? It's the wheel button.
I mean the wheel of consequence button. It's.
What do we got? What do we got? What do we got?
Student
Student choice.
Hair
Prank call
bullet.
Pastor
Hazard
Dawn.
dot! Oh,
TikTok
late
dance
night
video.
TikTok dance.
And now you have a whole group to do it.
Oh my word, this
Come
is
on, Anna.
fabulous. Oh, you You guys are
So-
gonna kill it. It's,
so
you'll-
Jennifer
you'll
and Emily-
slay. You'll slay.
There we go.
That's
There we go.
You'll slay.
Referencing past games, I love it. So Jennifer and Emily are going to do a late night TikTok dance video, and possibly with your whole small group. I don't know. We will see what happens with that. Yeah, I don't know how you're going to socially distance that one. But you figure it out. Yeah. So, and if you guys film that, we will try to play it for everyone next week, so everyone can participate along with you.
Oh yeah,
and
that's the
check
other part.
that
Maybe we should have
out.
mentioned the whole Fuse fam gets to see.
Yes.
Oh,
absolutely. I mean, it's not, what fun would it be otherwise, right?
Right. We
So-
have to see this. We have to.
There's all those words.
All right. If you guys remember, every week we do a giveaway, and you get a chance to win some swag. So, Hannah, do we have a winner?
Do, and it is McKinley Tate.
All right.
So we will be, I think, Hannah, you are going to comment in the chat to find out what we're doing with swag with her and what we're doing with.
She's in my small group, so I can just text her.
Okay, perfect.
All
Hannah's
right.
gonna figure it
Hannah's
out.
gonna be in
It is
touch.
coming your way.
Nice.
Yeah, so that's awesome. Awesome. We love doing the giveaways, love giving out some swag, and what else? What do we got?
All right. Well, let's see. Don't forget, if you want to be up here with us, enjoying all of the fun, you too can have that chance. Text JOIN to 336-444-6441. I know I don't know the number as well as Robert, and I could not rattle it off, but I tried. But text that, and you can join the live stream. Like you could be a part of a game. You could. I don't know. I could make something up right now that you could do, but you could do something, and you can join, and it will be super fun.
And that's all we have for tonight. Oh, man. We're going to send it off on that note. Thank you guys for joining us. And please, leave your comments in the chat. Check out the announcements at the end. If you didn't get a chance to watch us live, or if your friends, you're watching. If your friends didn't watch us live, text them. Tell them to come back and watch
Share
this
it.
video. It is available all week. And we will see you next week on
Yes.
Fuse Live.
Woo!